Very good morning to all of you. Welcome to Gyanmajari Vidyapith Mahuva online digital platform. As you know, I am your science teacher Vatsal Trivedi और today we are discuss on biology unit number 2 जिसके अंदर हम लोग प्लांट्स और उसके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक के बारे में देख लिए और अभी हम लोग ऑर्गेनिजम्स के ऊपर बात कर रहे हैं जिसके अंदर हैबिटेट्स के रिगार्डिंग कुछ बात कर रहे हैं. So let us start. First we have solved the practice question number 1. So 16.1 on your supplementary book 20. Let us recap the 5 different habitat. So here first is abiotic factors: sandy, very little water, high temperature; plant adaptation, long deep roots, waxy stems, leaves, reproduce and spins; animal adaptations, long eyelashes, excrete small amount of urine, do not sweat, stay in burrows. Next habitat abiotic factors, elevated regions and rocky water, mainly in the form of the snow, cold temperature and windy; plant adaptation, cone shape with the sloping branches, not too tall; and animals adaptation के अंदर strong bows, four on their feet and long hair. Same it is abiotic factors in a habit: air dissolved in water, salt water. As it is get deeper, it gets a colder and darker. Plant adaptation or animal adaptation. Same it is little rainfall, quick dry, flat with the few trees जो grasslands के अंदर है. नेक्स्ट पॉन्ड और लेक के बारे में भी हमने लास्ट टाइम देखा था, वो ये सभी यहाँ पे आपको मैं दिखा रहा हूँ, तो आप सबको ये रिवाइज करके लिखना है. Now the next topic is the difference in adaptation between the terrestrial and aquatic organisms. So here the adaptation of plant and animals, we have studied at the adaptation of plant and animals in a different habitats such as desert, mountains, grasslands, ponds and oceans. Now let us see the general difference between the adaptation in terrestrial organisms and those in aquatic organisms. So there is a first is the most animals have limbs in a movements in a terrestrial animals, but most animals have fins in a aquatic animals. In aquatic animals there are some expectations such as a frogs that have a webbed feet, and there are expectations in the terrestrial such as a bird, snakes and earthworm. They are depends plant and other animals for food, and they are depends on plants and other animals for food. It is the same. Animals can obtain food for the both aquatic and terrestrial habitats. Then the most food obtained from the aquatic animals. Now अगर बात करें body shape की, the animal of different body shape are found, and most animal has a streamlined bodies so that can move easily in water. So here the major difference between the terrestrial and the aquatic animals. Now let us watch one video.
Human activities such as the burning of fossil fuels and massive deforestation are causing a significant increase in the Earth's temperature, leading to global climate change or global warming. Global warming causes ice caps to melt, and temperatures to rise, which leads to the loss of habitat and food. This results in the death of organisms. It is predicted that approximately 12,000 different types of organisms will no longer exist on Earth due to global warming. In the frozen polar regions, global warming is causing ice caps to melt. For animals like polar bears, this destruction of their habitats is devastating. They are losing their homes and their prey. In grasslands, climate change is leading to lesser rainfall. Grasslands are getting drier and turning into deserts. This means that the animals in the grasslands, like lions, are dying due to the lack of food and water. Climate change is affecting our seas too. Seas and oceans are getting warmer every year. Warming of the seas and oceans is reducing the number of living organisms found in these habitats. For example, the number of coral reefs in the oceans has decreased by approximately 30%. This is because coral cannot survive at the high temperatures our oceans now have. Climate change is causing drastic changes to abiotic factors in all habitats, and the biotic factors, which includes plants and animals, are not able to adapt to these changes fast enough. This is why we are losing thousands of plants and animals to climate change.
Now, next, solve the practice question number 17 through this video. Fill in the tables below changes abiotic factors due to the climate changes and effect changes on the biotic factors. पोलर रीजन्स, ग्रास रीजन्स एंड ओशन रीजन्स, जो हमने वीडियो के अंदर देखा है क्या क्या इफेक्ट होती है. So the ice caps are melting because the increase of temperature in grasslands are getting drier and the slow turning gets into deserts due to the increased temperature, and oceans are becoming the hotter due to the increased temperature. Next, the effect of this change on biotic factors. Polar bears are losing their homes, and as ice caps are melting, so they are losing their prey, so have a less food to eat. Animals, plants are dying due to the leak of the food and water, and animals are dying because they are not adapting to the increase the temperature. Now next, living or non-living. Categorize the image into the living or non-living. You have 5 minutes, but you can stop here the video and just categorize this all image. So first, squirrel, clouds, books, plants, coral and car. Squirrels are living, clouds are non-living, books are living, non-living, plants are living, coral are living and car is a non-living. So now अभी आपको लिविंग नॉन लिविंग का कॉन्सेप्ट तो क्लियर है, ये मैं समझ रहा हूँ. सो नाउ अभी हम नेक्स्ट एक वीडियो देखते हैं जिसके अंदर हम लिविंग्स की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक देखेंगे. सो लेट्स वॉच इट.
Characteristics of living things. The earth is home to many different forms of life, such as plants, animals, and humans. Have you ever wondered what makes all these animals and plants living? What do they have in common? Scientists have found that all living things have 7 characteristics in common. They are movement, respiration, response to stimuli, growth, reproduction, excretion, and nutrition.
So that means in a living, मूवमेंट हो सकती है, रेस्पिरेशंस हो सकती है, रिस्पॉन्स टू स्टिम्युलीस, उसका ग्रोथ होता है, रिप्रोडक्शन होता है, एक्सक्रिएशन होता है और न्यूट्रिशंस होता है. that we all are not that we all are know that we are a livings. ओके, सो हमारे जो लिविंग्स ऑर्गेनिजम्स हम कहलाते हैं, सो यानी कि हम मूवमेंट कर सकते हैं, रेस्पिरेशंस कर सकते हैं, कोई भी स्टिम्युलिस को रिस्पॉन्स भी करते हैं. फॉर एन एग्जांपल, आपको कोई चीज़ गर्म लगी तो आप स्पॉन्टेनियसली आपका हाथ वापस ले लोगे, तो आपको यहाँ पे वो टेम्परेचर को आपने रिस्पॉन्स किया है, आपको ठंड महसूस होती है, आपको फीवर के दौरान आपको टेम्परेचर हाई हाई या कम लगता है. देन ऑल्सो ग्रोथ आपका होता है, आप रिप्रोडक्शन हमारे अंदर होता है, एक्सक्रिएशन और न्यूट्रिशंस भी हमारे अंदर होता है.
Let's learn about each of them in detail. Movement. All living organisms move. This can be moving a part of the body or movement from one place to another. We know that animals and humans can move from one place to another. But have you seen plants move? Yes, plants can bend or twist their stems or leaves. Respiration. It is the process by which food is broken down to release energy in the body. In most organisms, oxygen is required to break down the food. All living organisms respire in order to obtain energy. Humans and animals breathe through their nose, whereas plants exchange gases through the stomata on the leaves. Response to stimuli. What happens when we touch a hot vessel? We pull our hand back, right? This is because our body responds to stimuli. Changes in our surroundings that make us respond to them are called stimuli. All living organisms respond to stimuli. Plants respond to stimuli too. For instance, they respond to the sun by closing their stomata to prevent water loss. Growth. Growth means an increase in size. All living organisms grow. Young ones of animals grow into adults. A seed grows to become a plant or a tree. Reproduction. It means giving birth to your own kind. All living organisms reproduce. The mode of reproduction may be different in different organisms. Some animals give birth to young ones, and some lay eggs from which their young ones are born. Plants reproduce through seeds and other paths such as the stem and the bud. Excretion. It means the removal of waste. All organisms need to get rid of waste from their body. In animals, this can be in the form of sweat, breathing out, urine, or feces. In plants, it is in the form of an exchange of gases. Some plants also secrete various substances. Nutrition. It means obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. We have seen that plants can produce their own food through photosynthesis. But animals and humans depend on plants and other animals for their food. These 7 characteristics help us decide whether something is living or not. Living things exhibit all the 7 characteristics, whereas non-living things might exhibit a few of them.
Now let us solve practice question number 18. 18.1 complete the table. How do humans and plants and animals display of each characteristic? So as per the video, we are know about that the what is main characteristic of the living organisms. So here in first, movement. Humans can move from the one place to another place and can also move a parts of their body like hands, neck and legs. And in animals can move from one place to another. Aquatic organisms can swim, birds can fly, insects can travel. And in plants cannot move from one place to another, but some parts can move. Now in respirations, all humans are respire. Humans breathe on an oxygen and they breathe out carbon dioxide with the help of lungs. All animals respire. Earthworms breathe through their skin. Fish breathe with the help of gills. And the all plants respire. The exchange of the gases happens through the tiny pores on their leaves called stomata. And the last is a response to stimuli. Humans respond to the immediately to the stimuli. For the example of blink when see something close to our eyes. Animals respond to different stimuli. For an example, cockroaches hides when they are exposed to light. Plants respond to stimuli like the light and heat, and they touch me not plant close, it is leaves when it is touched. And the growth in women's babies growth from the time they are born till around the age of 18, the height and weight and increases. Young awns of animals grow to the becomes adults, and the plants grow from seeds to seedlings to the herbs, shrubs or trees. Now the next is a reproduction. Humans give birth to young ones. These young ones are similar to their parents. And in animals, the mode of reproduction may be differ. For some animals, like birds lay eggs, while some birth to young ones. Plants have a different modes of reproducing. Many plants produce seeds when which can grow into the new plants. Next one is excretion. Women remove the wastes from their body to the form of sweat, urine and feces. And the animals also remove waste their body in the form of the urine or feces, and products are removed through the stomata or as a secretions in plants. And the last one is the nutritions. Women eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, green, meat, eggs, and dairy to their nutritional needs. Same it is in animals eat plants and plants parts, and other animals meet their nutritional needs. And plants are specially because they are produce their food oven. That's why it is called the photosynthesis process. So during the photosynthesis process, with to making the food for use sunlight, water and carbon dioxide in the plants. So now here this unit is totally complete. Okay, so यहाँ पे ये unit यहाँ पे complete होता है. So now we will meet with the new chapter with new science. So अभी के लिए हम यहाँ तक रखेंगे. अभी के लिए stay happy, stay home. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care. फन विद साइंस, एंजॉय द साइंस. एंड जो वीडियो के अंदर आज के वीडियो के अंदर जो भी क्वेश्चन है वो सभी आपको एज होमवर्क लिखना है डायरेक्टली इन योर फेसबुक. सो नाउ बाय बाय, टेक केयर.